I have to take my hat off to let him see that it might be that ball that he fella used to manage. But I don't mind that at United, being the understudy to Duncan, you know, well.
It's a fact.
I didn't mind that because to me he was the greatest and was going to be even greater. And I always felt, well, is that great? If I play well enough, I'll get in and they'll move in because he can play anywhere, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, you know, and people going, what the hell, this maniac running round. But, yeah. England every year. I played for an England team since I was a captain, an England team when I was 14 at school, and then when I was 15, and then I left. I played in an England team every year of my career until I broke my leg when I was 22. All the way up to under 21s, under 23s as we had it in those days, full England. I'd done all that. So the memories, of course, of Matt Busby, wonderful to all of us, you know. He was the father, he was the boss, he was the one, you know, it was terrific. I sometimes, I shouldn't say this, but I think he might have a touch of Tourette's. You know, I'm a fucking... But you'd be surprised how gentle he is and how humorous in many ways when you realise he was vicious when he was on the field, you know, frightened people to death. But lovely, that's all part of it, and that was part of our life, you know, and the history of United. Yeah. There was a place not far from Deansgate, or not far from, anyway, in town, called the Queen's Club. And we went and we arranged to buy it. We left there about 12:30 a.m. after arranging to buy it. I was first to go in, and Matt Busby was waiting at the players. This is Old Trafford. We went through there was a little door, the players' entrance in the old days, and we went through there, and stood there was Matt, the boss. I can say Matt now, we used to call him the boss. And he said, come here, you. And from 12:30 a.m, he'd got to know, somebody had told him that we were buying the Queen's Club. How he got to know, I'll never know. But he said, what's this I hear about you buying a nightclub? So I said, well, there's sort of a group of us, boss. No, he says, listen to me, you boys go in enough nightclubs without owning one. He said, look in your contract. And so that knocked it flat. But I was disappointed that it was me, not Bobby Charlton or Shane Brennan, who was first through the door. Yeah. It was always me, you know. And right now, I look back on how nice the lads were, and I often wonder what they've been like now, you know, because Eddie Coleman was bubbly personality, you know, and Duncan was such a great player. Yeah, he was shy really in some ways, Duncan. Whereas Eddie was a cheeky chappy. There was a lot of great. Liam Whelan was the most underrated. He would have been Ireland's best ever player. Not the North of Ireland, the Republic, because we all know who North of Ireland's best player was. Well, when you said to me what you want covered and what anniversaries it was and what times, you know, that like Sir Matt's 100th birthday, I mean, seems quite amazing that, you know, when I'm still going as a young 71, you know, I'm thinking, bloody hell, 100, you know. Yeah. It was a bit special, and it's sort of strange what's happened over the years, what's happened on sort of 10th anniversaries, winning the European Cup, and on the anniversary, 40th anniversary, we're winning European Cups and things like that. You know, all things... the treble with Sir Matt's 90th birthday, that was the big... And to win it in extra time when we shouldn't have done, you know, it was one of those things, just fate really. I like talking to the fans, you know, I love it. And it doesn't matter how small or how big they are or how wealthy or how poor, just talking to the fans, for me, is great, and I love doing it.